Hola a todos, soy Inge Bergersen y estoy aquí para guiarlos en un viaje fascinante a través de las mentes más brillantes del panorama tecnológico y empresarial actual. En este especial conoceremos a Masayoshi Son, el visionario detrás de SoftBank, y exploraremos sus ideas revolucionarias a través de 3 entrevistas imperdibles. Primero, acompáñenme en una conversación exclusiva con el carismático Richard Quest, donde Masayoshi nos desvela cómo afronta los retos de liderar un gigante de la tecnología. Luego, entraremos al mundo de la innovación, en una charla con Jen-Hsun Huang, el genio de Nvidia, explorando cómo la inteligencia artificial está transformando el futuro. Y, por último, un vistazo íntimo y directo a su pensamiento más reciente, en una entrevista breve pero poderosa que promete dejarlos reflexionando.
Okay, over the years, I have done a gazillion interviews. I've interviewed everyone except you. But I've never had more interest in what I was going to ask than I'm asking you. Everybody here has at some stage, you've got to ask him this. You've got to ask him that. So let's start with what is interesting to you. I know it's AI. I know you are, and the quote is, I am obsessed by realizing artificial superintelligence. Are you still obsessed?
Definitely. I'm only focused on that.
What does that mean? You're only focused on that. Explain.
Well, that would change the mankind's future forever. I want to make mankind's future better, happier, fantastic future. That's what I'm interested in.
So what is the difference between AGI and ASI? To those of us born of a different generation.
Okay.
What's the difference?
Yeah, AGI definition is same level as a human brain. That's AGI, artificial general intelligence. But people have a different point of view definition of artificial superintelligence. How super? 10 times super or 100 times super? My definition of ASI is 10,000 times super, smarter than human brain. That's my definition of ASI, and that's coming in 2035. 10 years from today. 10,000 times smarter. That's my prediction.
What is different in that? What will it do that we should either look forward to or be worried about?
Both. We should be looking forward to that. Of course, we have to also be careful. We have to regulate. If such a superpower comes and no regulation, it could be super dangerous. Of course, automotive industry was very, very beneficial, productive to human, but we have a regulation. Same thing.
No, I don't, with respect, because we don't have anybody in the world who's willingly building or wanting to build automobiles that are dangerous. When it comes to AI, there may be state actors, there may be independent actors that want to build AI that can be harmful to other people. How can we guard against it? How do you guard against it?
Of course, there is always some bad guy. 1%, 2% of human are bad guys, okay? But 99% of human are actually good guys, okay? So the bad guy, of course, try to use AI for the bad intention. However, those bad guys not necessarily have enough capital. This is a massive capital. Hundreds of billions of dollars of investment is required to make super intelligence. The bad guy, how do they sponsor? There is not enough money to sponsor the bad guys.
You admitted in the past that you were not as involved in AGI, frankly, because you didn't have the money. You ran out of money.
Yes. Of course, money is not unlimited. I had to save some money for the big fight, okay? For the big opportunity. Now I'm saving, tens of billions of dollars so that I can make next big move.
Do you know where that is? I mean, you may not know the companies, they may not even have been started yet, but do you have a very strong compass for the direction?
Yes.
Tell us.
I cannot.
That's what we're all here for.
No. I have my own view.
Go on.
Okay? No. ARM is our core company. Okay? ARM has 99%, or should I say honestly, almost 100% of market share of all the mobile phone chip. 90% of any high-end AI, IoT chip, and all kinds of other chips. So ARM is going to become an AI-centric chip company very soon. So that's one thing, okay? But there are robotics that I'm super interested in, these AI robotics, not the traditional robotics. The artificial super intelligence comes and robotics come together. That will be a tremendous, product.
The fascinating thing about you is you have been there, you've done it, you've had the great success, you've had the follow-on failures, and you're doing it again.
No, in between I had many mistakes, like WeWork and,
Does it annoy you? Does it annoy you when people focus on WeWork, which was financially big but relatively insignificant in the great scheme of your finances? And yet everybody says, oh, Masa, WeWork, oh, Alibaba, it was lucky. Does that annoy you?
Well, people should have their own freedom of thinking. I learn more and more by my mistake, and I almost went bankrupt twice, right after the net bubble burst, right during the Lehman crisis. I survived. I actually lost 99% of our company's value, but somehow I came back.
Did you lose that value because you took on too much risk? Or was it foolish? Or bad luck?
I don't think, I made that foolish mistake in the big sense. Net bubble crashed because people's view on the value of internet company exceeded while the true value was still on this process. But at the end, internet was not the bubble. Year 2000 was not bubble. After that, it's much bigger. So my general direction, I don't regret.
Now, this is really important when we talk about AI. Because if you take, for example, NVIDIA, the number of people who will say, oh, NVIDIA's in trouble, oh, NVIDIA's got problems, blah, 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 blah. Oh, AI, really all that's happened is that the market has overvalued too soon.
That's a good question. That's a good question. Many people will still doubt, okay? So I think NVIDIA is undervalued.
What?
Undervalued.
On what basis?
Because the future is much bigger.
But the market's concentrating, as we heard in a panel earlier. It's quarterly reports. It's, if NVIDIA tells us that it's going to be longer and slower, we all get...
Yeah. NVIDIA is just one example.
Right.
Okay? What about the total, Gen AI future? What is the value of the future? Is this a bubble today or not? Okay? Some critics, the most negative guy says, oh, this AGI, ASI, in 10 years, maybe only 5% is actually useful or replacing people's job, but 95% still the same, no change. It takes time. So I say, okay, let's accept the most negative critics' view. That is only 5% change, 95% unchanged, but what is that, ASI investment required to take? Okay, 10,000 smarter than mankind. How many gigawatts? We were talking about gigawatts just before me.
Yeah.
I have predicted it will take 400 gigawatts of AI data centers power. 400 gigawatts. That's bigger than total US electricity. And it will require 200 million chip. Okay? The cumulative capex, $9 trillion. $9 trillion. How do you recoup? How do you recoup? It's too much investment for many people's view. I say it's still very reasonable capex. $9 trillion is not too big. Maybe too small.
You like to think big.
Yeah. So let me say, what is $9 trillion cumulative? But if the 5% of GDP in 10 years from today replaced by ASI, what is the number?
Right.
5% of global GDP is $9 trillion. $9 trillion per year. If the ASI produce you $9 trillion per year, cumulative investment of $9 trillion, small money.
All right.
Small money. You recoup in 1 year for the total cumulative. So that means $9 trillion capex investment you can depreciate. 1 year revenue, that means like 50% profit. 50% profit. It is going to be $4 trillion net income per year. $4 trillion net income shared by new GAFA. 4 companies will take $1 trillion profit.
And you want to be one of them?
Of course.
Right.
Before
we finish, I just want to ask, let's ask our AI friend here. The question I posed to our AI friend is Masayoshi Son a guru when it comes to investing? I asked this question. Can we have the answer, please?
Masayoshi Son is definitely recognized as a guru of investment. His early $20 million investment in Alibaba grew to $75 billion by 2014, contributing significantly to SoftBank's success. However, for some other investments, there have been mixed results.
Thank you. Quiet, I've got a minute left. I want to ask you, after both difficult times, you went into a period of reflection and contemplation. You disappeared. You thought. You went up a mountain, whatever. What did you learn about yourself?
Well, I say it's a good experience. Good experience that I get defeated, I get laughed, I get criticized. That make me think harder. That make me think I have to be stronger. And that's all good. I learn more. I think more. And before I go sleep, I have lots of concern. When I wake up with a big smile.
Ladies and gentlemen, Masa, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Masa is the only entrepreneur, only innovator in the world that has selected the winner and partnered with the winner in every single generation. Remember, it was Masa that brought Bill Gates to Japan. It was Masa that invented or brought Jerry Yang to Japan. It was Masa that made possible for China's cloud industry to happen, Alibaba. It was Masa that brought Steve Jobs to Japan and the iPhone. And many of you probably don't know this, but at one point, Masa was the largest shareholder of NVIDIA. Yes. Oh. It's okay. We can cry together. Yeah. Could you imagine if today you were the largest shareholder?
Oh my God. Yeah, we tried this.
We tried two times. Was it 3 times? I thought it was 2 times.
No. The first time, we became your shareholder by ourselves, buying from the market. We talk about we even talk about
some things we shouldn't share.
Right? That you and I had a private talk 10 years ago.
Don't say it.
10 years ago in my garden.
No, I know. I regret.
In my garden, at my home.
There's nothing. Okay, let me tell you what Masa said. Are you guys ready? So Masa said, Jen-Hsun, the market does not understand the value of NVIDIA. Your future is incredible.
Yes.
But the market doesn't understand it.
That was 10 years ago.
And your journey of suffering will continue for some time because you are inventing this future. So, let me give you the money to buy NVIDIA. He wanted to lend me money to buy NVIDIA, all of it. Now I regret not taking it. That was a great idea. Okay,
that was the greatest idea, right?
Now we're both sad.
That was one month after I acquired ARM.
Yes. And then we talked about combining the 2 companies.
Yes.
That was another.
Yeah, that was
a good dream too.
Imagine being the richest person in the world, surpassing even Bill Gates himself for 3 days, and then just as suddenly losing almost 99% of your wealth. It would be easy to feel dejected, but not for Masayoshi Son, the founder of SoftBank. Son chose to rise back up and rebuild his fortune, one Lego block at a time. Losing 99% of my wealth taught me to value money again, he said. And rebuild he did, becoming known as the Japanese Bill Gates and a leader in shaping Japan's technology and investment landscape. Son's story is one of perseverance and grit. Renowned for his bold investment moves and high-risk appetite, he has become a frontrunner in the world of business. But his success didn't come without setbacks. From the early struggles of SoftBank to the dot-com bubble burst and more recently the WeWork investment debacle, Son has faced challenges head-on. Through it all, Son has remained steadfast in his pursuit of success. He understands the value of hard work, determination, and resilience. His story is an inspiration to all who strive for greatness, no matter how many setbacks they may face along the way. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the story of Masayoshi Son, a true testament to the power of never giving up. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons to stay updated on our latest videos. Masayoshi Son is not your typical Japanese businessman. He's an adventurous risk-taker who challenges the mainstream or conventional beliefs and practices. He's made some huge bets, some of which he's lost, including a staggering $70 billion during the dot-com crash. But he's also made some incredible comebacks. In fact, he's now the first or second richest man in Japan. But what makes him truly unique is that he's actually Korean, born to a poor family on the Japanese island of Kyushu at a time when discrimination against Korean immigrants was rampant. He was even pelted with stones by Japanese classmates at school. But Son had to drive to prove himself, and he displayed the restless curiosity and energy that all great entrepreneurs possess. As a young man, he sought out a meeting with his hero, Den Fujita, the founder of McDonald's Japan. Fujita advised Son to learn English and study in the US, which set Son on the path to his incredible success. He graduated from Berkeley with a BA in economics in 1980. Masayoshi Son's unwavering determination and relentless pursuit of success were apparent from an early age. Even during his student years in the US, he exhibited an incessant flow of business ideas, generating a new one every day. His entrepreneurial spirit eventually paid off when he sold a voice-operated multilingual translator to Sharp for a significant sum. With the money, he started importing and leasing arcade games, setting himself up for further success. However, upon his return to Japan, he did not hastily launch into his next venture. Instead, he took a deliberate approach, spending 18 months in reflection and extensive reading, driven by his unwavering determination to create a business that would leave a lasting mark. This remarkable level of dedication and patience serves as a testament to Masayoshi Son's resolute commitment to his goals. Masayoshi Son noticed a lack of professional and retail distribution for computer software in Japan. He used $80,000 in savings to create SoftBank, but his first project failed at a consumer electronics expo. Although he drew crowds, no one wanted to do business with SoftBank. Fate intervened when he was contacted by Joshin Denki, the third largest home electronics dealer in Japan, who needed more software for their newly set up computer shop. Son initially declined their offer due to being too busy and lacking the funds to travel, but Joshin Denki's company president made a trip to Tokyo solely to meet with Son. This pivotal meeting marked SoftBank's first major software deal, propelling the company towards remarkable success. Masayoshi Son's audacity was on full display during a conversation with a visitor from Joshin Denki, the third largest home electronics dealer in Japan. Rather than accepting the opportunity to sell software to the company, Son demanded that Joshin Denki let go of its existing suppliers and trade exclusively with SoftBank. He passionately argued that his unwavering dedication to software would propel Joshin Denki to the pinnacle of success, and astonishingly, his bold determination paid off. Other deals followed, and in just 1 year, SoftBank's monthly revenues went from $10,000 to $2.3 million. By 1984, SoftBank owned 50% of Japan's retail market for computer software, and Son was exploring other business lines, including telephone routing devices, magazine publishing, and broadband internet service. He also made bets on 600 technology companies, some of which failed disastrously, while others, such as Yahoo and Alibaba, proved to be incredibly successful. SoftBank's $20 million investment in Alibaba in 2000 has been called one of the greatest ever, as the stake was worth $75 billion on the day of Alibaba's IPO in 2014. In 2017, SoftBank Group launched its groundbreaking investment vehicle, the $100 billion Vision Fund, with the ambitious goal of investing in cutting-edge technologies such as artificial intelligence, or AI, robotics, and the Internet of Things, or IoT. Since its establishment, the Vision Fund has made strategic investments in over 100 companies, including notable names like Grab, a prominent ride-sharing firm, Coupang, a leading e-commerce player in Korea, and Paytm, a pioneering digital payments company in India. Masayoshi Son, the founder of SoftBank, is a Japanese billionaire known for his visionary investments in tech companies. He is famous for his networking abilities and his ability to see potential in new technologies. One of Masayoshi Son's greatest accomplishments was the exclusive deal he brokered with Apple for the iPhone in Japan, propelling SoftBank's subscriber base from 16 million to a staggering 35 million. Despite encountering challenges such as substantial debt and high-stakes investments, Son's unwavering commitment to his vision for SoftBank remains resolute. Renowned for his penchant for taking bold risks in the tech industry, he continues to pursue his ambitious goals with tenacity and determination. We bet you're as fascinated as we are by Masayoshi Son's remarkable journey. Tell us your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to hit that subscribe button for more awe-inspiring stories and thought-provoking content. Thank you for being a part of our community.